3 golden rules for fat loss that make fat loss way easier. Number 1, front load your steps. I've talked about this in other videos, but basically you need to make sure that you're getting your step count in early in the day. So it's a lot easier for you to hit it consistently by the end of the day without a whole lot of extra effort. So go for a walk after Fajr, go for walks throughout the day, hit 10K steps by the end of the day, try to hit 5K by noon. It's gonna make a huge difference, help you get into a calorie deficit. Number 2, what you wanna do is backload your calories. And what does that mean? It means if you've already eaten 70% of the calories that you're supposed to eat by the middle of the day, you only got 30% of the calories left later in the day. And usually in the evening is the time where you wanna relax, wind down before bed, enjoy a meal with your family. So if you only have 30% of your daily calories available at that time, you're gonna struggle. So what I recommend is try to get, maybe only 30 to 40% of your calories by noon, between breakfast and lunch. You could go higher than that. I mean, for me personally, I do about 500 to 700 calories for lunch and for breakfast. So between those two, I'm getting 1,000 to 1,400, and my total daily on a really strict cut is 2,200. So for me, that still leaves about 800 calories for the evening if I ate 700 in each meal, and it leaves up to 1,200 if I ate only 500 in lunch and in breakfast. So I can even have a 200 calorie snack like the one I talked about in my last video, and I can have a nice big dinner and still be within my calories for the day. Now, the one nuance to this though is you can't go too low in calories. If you go too low in calories, you're gonna crash your metabolism and it's gonna be really hard to control yourself in the evening. So don't go too low. It actually ties in with golden rule number 3, which is to front load your protein. So a lot of people struggle to hit their daily protein intake versus for me, I eat 250 plus grams of protein a day when I'm cutting. 250 to 325 is my sweet spot while I'm in a fat loss phase, which means I'm definitely front loading that protein. And the cool thing is I usually get 100 to 150 grams by noon, which makes it really, really easy for hit my 250 for the rest of the day. So the way that you want to do this is make sure that you have a protein rich breakfast. Even if it's very low calorie, literally you could do a pound of egg whites, 450 grams of egg whites, and that's roughly just under 50 grams of protein, which is crazy. So, and it's super filling and it's super delicious. It's only 200 calories. You can even have some sweet potato with that. It's very delicious, or oatmeal on the side, whatever carbs you want to put along with it, fruit, or just eat the egg whites by itself. Although I do recommend having it with something because it does digest pretty fast. So sweet potato is usually what I put alongside it. Totally makes a difference. You're going to be under on your calories for the day, but over on your protein. So at the end of the day, you don't have that much protein that you have to eat. I mean, you can still eat high protein if you want. You can even overshoot your protein. I always overshoot my protein because it doesn't have any detriment on your fat loss, but never overshoot your carbs and fats. You need enough carbs for energy, metabolism, all that stuff. And you do need a little bit of fats, but honestly, people always overeat their fats. Nobody undereats their fats. So as long as you're getting let's say 45 grams a day is a pretty good universal for somebody who's, trying to get a nice temporary fat loss result. And even sometimes for maintenance, I mean, you might want to go higher once you get leaner. I don't want to go into all those nuances. I have other videos for that. But the point is, as long as you are under on your calories by the end of the day, you can have a much bigger dinner. And as long as you're over on your protein by the end of the day, it's going to be easier for you to hit it consistently. And same thing, as long as you're over on your steps by the end of the day, you don't have to go for a long walk in the evening. And once in a while, go for a 30-minute walk in the evening, listen to an educational podcast, get the rest of your 10K steps. But at the end of the day, if you're front loading it, it's a lot easier to be consistent if your evenings get hectic. Try those 3 golden rules out. I promise it's going to make a big difference, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum, and let me know if you have any questions.